Hello, my good people. I'm Anthony Cordova, Tony C., the man about love, and this is the Soul Reader. Yes, and this is where I tap into your soul, and so we can talk. We can talk and get into deeper in about what direction maybe you should go in, or help you solve some issues that you might have, issues or concerns that you might have in your life. Now, on the show, I also connect to people on the other side if that's something you would like also. And I do free readings here. So every Tuesday night, if you want a free reading here, you will get a free reading here, if there's enough time. That is. Um, but I try to take care of everyone while I'm here. Also, remember if I'm not fitting your screen properly, looks like I'm all in a close up, pinch your screen down, pinch it down, and I will come right into frame. For those of you that don't know, I am a psychic natural born empath. So the readings I do aren't typical to what you would get from the mediums, well, not just mediums, but psychics that you usually see. I'm I'm really the one that taps into your soul. So I'm not the one that says, "Oh, you're going to find the person of your life on October 5th." I don't do that. I don't do that. But I can tell you if things are going to change in your life for the better because of where you are in your life and how you are emotionally centered in your life to be able to just like have everything happen. And I always do this. Just we're sitting on the couch, we're having a conversation, um, no pressure or anything like that. It's nice and easy. And remember, when I do readings, there is a safe word, and that is stop. Just stop. So if I start touching on something that maybe is too sensitive for you, or it's something that you really don't want to share with the audience live, just say stop. But however, usually I can feel the things that you don't really want to share, and I will kind of dance around it or um, say it in a way that only you would understand. And we're going to get to doing readings. I don't know if there's anybody that wants a reading yet, and but if there is, because Jill's handling all that for me, and she says there is, yes. Um, but for a few minutes, I just want to talk to you about the topic of the show, which is you can feel heaven. You can feel heaven. Now, that is such a loaded statement. That is so loaded for a topic. Even after I chose that for a topic, I was like, gee, why did I choose that? Because it's such a big topic. However, but I'm going to make this quick because I would like to get into the reading so I have more time with all of you. So, I have felt heaven on occasion. I'm not saying I have been to heaven. I'm saying I have felt heaven. And when I do, and this is because I am a empath. And so when someone, like the first time I felt heaven, it was through my father, which is on the other side. Um, and he let me feel what it was like to be there. Uh, and he gave me tons of knowledge. It was like a download. This is why when anyone asks me a question about, this kind of stuff and what we're supposed to be doing and that we're all connected and all of this kind of stuff, I have the answer. There are questions that no one has asked me before, and then they ask me the question, and boom, I have the answer. It's just in there. It's just in there. So that is one way. Um, Another way is people that have had near death experiences, that they have died and then they were brought back, like in a hospital. Um, or by CPR or, however it is, but they were brought back. Quite often they get to feel heaven. Um, and they'll come back differently. And actually, I hadn't thought about this till before the show this evening, but I think one day I would like to have a guest that has had a near death experience, so we can talk about that and go into more detail. Now, the other times I can feel heaven, I have actually done that right on the show uh, during a medium type reading. Um, and sometimes it depends where the person is, not where. Now let me rephrase that. It depends. I don't like to use status because it's not status. I don't want to use that word. And I don't like to use levels either because it's really not levels on the other side either. But just for this, so we all are able to understand it, when our loved ones go to the other side, some of them have a lot of lessons to learn, from things that they had done or not done on while they were here. But some ascend a little further than the others, and they're able to allow me to feel heaven. Um, I believe it was last week actually when one of the audience members, their loved one was coming through, but it was coming through so strong, I didn't have the words to tell them everything that was going on. And that's when I came to tears also. And it wasn't because I was sad, it was like overwhelming. Um, the love that I felt from the other side, it was almost overwhelming feeling kind of that heaven, what they feel like there. And I was beginning to feel it, which is like a gift for me. Whenever someone from the other side does that for me, I am just so happy uh, because it's a feeling I have not been able to accomplish here while I'm here interacting with people here. But that's what I'm striving for. I would love to have that same feeling. This is what we all should have. And, I can't see anything, but I see Brian is in the audience. Hi, Brian. I just love Brian. Um, so that's where I'm going to stop on that. But just know that if anyone has had a near death experience, let me know. Send me a text, and also it's fine to send me a text anytime you wish, and that number is 470-377-1731. That's 470-377-1731, and that is my Google number. Now, if you just call that number, it just might ring and ring and ring and ring and ring. So, A text is better. I will see that text. All right. So now we are going to get into soul reading, Jill. We're going to get into the soul reading.
Well, before I tell you the two people who would like readings, I would
Yes.
like to tell you who all is in the
I
audience.
would like to know who's in the audience because the only one I can see is Brian.
So Brian is there, and he says, "Hi, Anthony."
Hey.
Tatiana is here.
Hi, Tatiana.
Kari.
So Tatiana's been here before, right?
Kari is here.
Kari. Hi, Kari.
Catherine is here.
Catherine, my friend Catherine, hello. Welcome back.
Kara is here.
Kara, hi, Kara.
Lisa is here.
And Lisa, wow, there's a lot of people here tonight.
Elaine, you know Elaine too.
Elaine,
She's a wonderful nonfiction writer and playwright, and she looks fabulous.
Hello, Elaine. Yes.
And we have Ainsley.
Ainsley. Hi, and welcome, Ainsley.
And then the two people who would like to read it, I'm going to say their names in order.
Okay.
First, you have Emily.
Emily.
Who says hello, and she would love a connection and a reading.
Okay.
And then you have Morgan, who would also love a reading.
Wonderful. We can do that. Well, you said Morgan?
Yes.
Okay.
Emily and Morgan.
Okay. We can get this
And
done.
we also have Lilia, or maybe it's Layla, has joined as well.
Oh, welcome.
Who has just joined the show.
Oh, great. Welcome. I'm happy you're here. And being that you just joined the show, just so you know, I am a psychic, natural born empath. And what I do the best is use my empathic skills to connect to you and to connect to your loved ones on the other side, someone that you wish to connect to. And I do everything conversational. We're just sitting on the couch, so having a conversation. So it's not going to be similar to many other mediums or psychics that you see. It's kind of going to seem like we're just talking. I just know stuff.
And also the two people who would like readings, one at a time, I'm going to invite you to the stage and to the video if you'll just accept. So Emily, you're up first.
Let's see. And I hope, last week we had a problem with bringing people to video. So I do need video. It helps me connect to you a lot faster, a lot easier. But I don't see Emily on the stage yet. And the information was sent to her already. Okay. So, in the meantime, I want to say it again. If there's any one in the audience, I think I see Emily on the stage. Now let's try to get her to video if it works. And it's not been working. That little glitch has been taken care of, but I still see a X through the camera. Oh, you know what I need to ask? Oh, there we are. There we are. I also need to ask, can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, and Emily I got another question. When I played the introduction music, there we go, so I can see you better. Great. Well, welcome, Emily.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I was waiting for you to log on. So
you are here ready, huh?
Yes.
That's great. I just love that. I love that. My father was a train motorman for the New York City Transit Authority, and he always said, "Be on time, be on time, be on time." So you were definitely on time. He's loving all of this. Okay. So Emily, is this the first time you've seen this show?
Yes.
Okay.
First time, very first.
Okay. And have you ever been to a psychic before?
No.
Okay. All right. Have you ever seen any psychics on television or something?
Yes.
Okay. So I know you heard earlier, but I'm just repeating this for other people in the audience. Um, I'm a little different than psychics you would see on television. It's going to be
Mhm.
like we're talking, just having a we're talking stuff. At least I should, if I connect to you well. Okay. So I will start with you, and I say this to a lot of people, but everybody isn't a good person. So there've been a lot of good people coming to this show.
Mm.
All right.
Mhm.
So you're a good person, a kind person, but spirit, eh, oh yes. But your heart is your heart is always in the right place.
Mhm.
Okay. So none of us are perfect, but your heart is always in the right place. You also feel, and now you also feel like in your life, you have had to be too strong. Okay. So, too strong. It's like you're carrying all the weight of all the crap that gets thrown, and I'm going to say on you. Okay. I want to know
Mhm.
this. It's being put on you.
This is true.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then there's other things that aren't put on you, but there's things that you take on because you're the only one that can take it on. Because if you don't,
This is
so
true.
yeah,
Yes.
so I'm talking within your family
Yeah,
also. Okay, not
absolutely.
yeah, not just work.
No, this is true.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now I'm connected to you.
Mhm.
And my question is, what is your concern? And you also wanted to connect to someone on the other side,
Yes,
also.
I did. Yes,
Okay, so there's a. Do you have a concern, and does that concern involve the person on the other side?
I do.
So I need to know what to focus on.
I want to know just how they're feeling now. If this was how descriptive should I get? Should I get?
All.
I want to know how they are. Or is that I don't know if that sounds weird or.
No, it doesn't. No, a lot of people have
Mhm.
that question. What I need
What do they think about things that are going on here? If they're aware of anything, does
that
that sound
no,
weird?
no, no. These are
Okay.
good questions. Can you give me their name? And I don't have to have first and last name, just their name, or even their nickname is
Oh,
good.
he didn't have a nickname, just
Okay,
a regular name.
okay,
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, Jonathan, Jonathan. I need because I'm not connecting to Jonathan yet. I need uh, what relationship was Jonathan to you?
My son.
Okay. It is not. It's not an exact science.
Sure, I understand.
And sometimes people come through quick and strong. And I can feel them, bim bam boom, and and sometimes I'll even tell you things, and I'll say, "Oh, I'm about 50% or so. I'm not 20s." Was he
Yeah.
in his? He was not in his 20s. Okay,
No.
what age?
In the 40s.
He was in his 40s.
40. Mm-hmm.
Just bear with me a moment.
Oh, sure, sure. I appreciate it.
Okay, with me being an empath,
Mm-hmm.
what I do is when they communicate to me on the other side, or when I start feeling them, I have to translate it because I get everything through feeling. So what it feels like to me, and so this is where I'm gonna go with this. So he's reluctant because, okay, this is because hmm, again, this is what I'm feeling.
Okay.
When he was here, when he was alive, he had a hard time trusting people. But listen, I keep feeling like people have done him wrong in his life
Mm-hmm.
while he was here. They kept doing him. Say it again.
I said, yes, that has happened.
Okay.
Mhm.
But when and these things I'm telling you, you may not know. Okay. So when people did him wrong, it really affected him more than he would let on. So, in one way, he was always strong. Okay. Like he was
Mhm.
strong. His mind, it was not a, his persona was strong. Okay.
Mhm.
But these things really affected him. They really did. They really affected him, but he wouldn't he wouldn't show it. He wouldn't show it. He might vocalize it for, a moment. Oh, such and such, they did me wrong, blah, blah, blah. But it was more. And now I'm picking up something else from him. And so this is a hard one. So with his passing away, I'll just say it, I with him passing away, was it health related?
Mhm. Yes, it was.
Okay. but there's something odd about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't put my finger on it, but I know there was something odd. So, um, I'm talking about this because I'm having a harder time connecting to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you're asking how your question was, how is he doing now?
Yes. And how does he, if he's able to, what does he think about like what's going on here? Or if he's able to tap into
Okay. Well,
what I'm doing.
first, first thing I'll tell you is that he is okay. Okay.
Mhm.
He's good. But um, this this other stuff around his death, there's more to it. I don't know what it is, but there's more to it. And that there's that, and, but he's in a good place, but he is learning. Okay. So, when we go to the other side, some will call it a life review. We'll see all the things that we've done in our life, the good things and the bad things. And bad things aren't necessarily things that we physically did to someone. Bad things could be our thought process
Mm-hmm.
on how we interact with people.
Okay.
Now, the question is, how does he feel about what's going on?
Is that a reasonable question? I don't know if that sounds weird or not.
No, it doesn't sound weird
I
at
think
all.
me
A
either.
lot of a lot of people um, have that question. I'm going to answer that question this way because when you asked me that question, I felt that there was some, and I got this from you, not from him.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that, and this is the word I'm going to use. I feel like there's some mess going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like there's some mess going on within your family.
Not really.
None?
No, I was asking in a sense because we were so very close. And I wanted to know because it's been particularly very, very difficult for me. So I just wanted to know, you know, what he, would have to say about anything. I don't know. But yeah, we
I'm
were
I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna it's just the way it comes through. Mess like family mess. Like there's some other things in your family that's going on, but I, we'll leave that alone for now.
but I could say maybe you're right in the sense that there's some, kind of marginal things going on that are existing
Yeah,
that,
I'm talking about like petty things. Like things that don't
well, yeah,
need to be
yeah.
happening.
Oh yeah, well you're right with that. He would be very defensive and say to me, "Mom, you shouldn't even have to deal with that." Going back to what you initially said, that
Yeah.
whatever responsibilities or things that are poured onto me or whatever. So that
Okay.
could be true. Very true. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Now the connection is getting stronger. Okay. Um and I still agree with everything I said previous to this.
Mhm.
So, you know how I was saying that you see, I'm kind of smiling now because, like, now I feel the connection. So, you know how I was saying, I'm having a hard time connecting to him. He's kind of standoffish,
Mm-hmm.
kind of not really wanting to connect to me because of trust.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, always done with me for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, who's this guy? who is this guy uh, uh, trying to communicate with me with my mother?
He would
Who-
say. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so yeah, but now he's like, oh yeah, you. So he's still being the protective son, okay? And you gonna make me cry too.
Sorry.
It's okay. I cry on this show all the time. So he's still really, protective, but now he feels me and he knows that I'm, sincere and I'm not trying to do you any harm. So yes, he is with you all the time. And that's really what you wanted to know, whether he's with you.
I did.
Yeah, so he is with you all the time. All the time. And let's see. He does something. I'm not feeling what it is, but he does something often. And it's often to him. Okay? So on the other side, time isn't the same, but it's often to him. But he does something that you would know.
Mm-hmm. And it was often here when he was alive. Very often.
But he's doing something from the other side
Mm-hmm.
that only you would know,
Mm-hmm.
that only you would understand. Like you would say, "Oh yeah, he well, I don't know if you share I don't think you share it with people. The little thing he's doing something to let you pay attention.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's kind of giving me. Pay attention because I'm doing something and only you should know this, but pay attention.
Okay.
Um I'm still trying to get what it is. But there's something uh, I'm getting like it's something that he has always done even when he was a child.
Mm-hmm.
He did it when he was a child, he did it when he was older. He kept he always did this thing.
You want me to tell you what it is? Or no?
No, no, you don't
Okay.
have to tell me. It's really
You're
for
right.
you.
You're
And if
right.
you know what that is,
But he's not doing it now. But he did it all his life, as you said, when he was a child. And he was a teen, young adult, and an adult all his life. It was his love. Yeah.
but he's doing something from the other side to remind you of that.
Okay.
I mean, it could be anything and okay. And this is very simple. And you thought it was you, but it's not you. every time I'm feeling like um you would think that thing. You would think that thing that he always did. And you thought you were just thinking it on your own. But he's helping you think that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You could be in your car driving to work and you
Mm-hmm.
think that memory.
Mm-hmm.
You can be in the kitchen and
Mm-hmm.
think that memory.
Mm-hmm.
You can, and the majority of the time it's him.
Mm-hmm.
You see, from the other side, it depends on you and it depends on him how
Mm-hmm.
you all communicate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On this side, some some of us aren't as open to receiving these messages as other people. Okay. It's just difficult. Like for me, it's easy. For other people, it's not so easy. It's difficult. And it's also difficult for your loved one on the other side to get the message through.
What were you about to say? You before you said message, you said something else. You were about to say another word.
I don't know.
Then that's
I
exactly
don't know. I
what.
don't know. And this is what I have to tell you too. From the
Mm-hmm.
other side, sometimes they have me point me in that direction and I'm just talking,
You
right? But
almost said music. You were saying music message. That's what you said. So he
say
was.
that again.
You said mute and then message. You switched it up to message instead of mute. He's a pianist.
Oh, sometimes. And I have said this before. Sometimes my speech gets choppy
Mm-mm, it wasn't
be-
choppy at all.
because I go from one thing to the other and I don't know why. That's just the way it comes through. Okay.
Very clearly.
So that helps. That helps also. Um so so you're hearing you're here actually let me go back onto the line where I was at about communication, okay, to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
All of us can connect to the other side. We have that ability, okay? Some of us more than others, but especially when it's a loved one, we have that ability to connect. But you have to find the spot that is easiest and most acceptable to you, the spot you can believe, that where you're not doubting, what's going on. Like, did that really happen? Like, did that really happen? So did that really happen? So when I was saying there's this thing he does, and you'll hear it when you're laying in the bed, you'll hear it when you're going to work, you'll hear it. That's his music. That's how he best communicates. And that is going to be the easiest way for you to make that connection to him on the regular.
Mm-hmm.
So the stuff he's
I listen to his music all the time.
all the time. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
I do, and I do
Okay.
that all the time too.
Yes.
Everything reminds me of him. Everything.
Yes. So when you hear his music, in your head, that's when you talk to him. Now, I want you to talk to him like he's not gone.
Okay. Okay. That'll be very easy to do.
Easy to do.
Mhm.
Okay, good. That's going to be the connection for you and your son, and for you to communicate with him and to get the answers that you need.
Okay.
But he is great. He has been trying to communicate with you, and you're just missing it. So now you won't be missing it.
Okay.
When you hear it in your head, that's you. That's when it's time to talk to him.
Okay.
And you can talk to him anytime you
I
want.
do.
Yes. But when you all of a sudden hear his music playing in your head,
Mhm.
I want you to talk to him like he's standing or sitting right next to you.
Okay.
And do this every time you hear that music. And you will begin to feel him. You'll begin to feel that love that he had for you, that he has for you. And I don't want to say had, because he still has that love. And actually, that love is even bigger and stronger than what it was when he was here.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I hope that helps some. But yeah, he did not want to connect with me. I don't know him.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Do you know how to get off of the leave the stage?
No, how do I do that?
Okay, I think Jill will do it. Jill will do it for you. She'll take you down, but you'll still be in the show.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you
And
very
thank you.
Thank you, Emily. I'm going to
And I
remove.
hope to see you again, Emily.
Okay, thank you.
All
Thank you,
right, you're
Emily. I'm
welcome.
going to remove you from the stage now, but
Okay,
please
thank
feel
you.
free to stay in the show.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sweetheart. We have 3 more people who joined the audience.
Hi, 3 more people that joined the audience.
We have Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
We have Chris Rossetti.
Chris Rossetti.
And we have Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
And I told you before that you had 2 readings tonight, but you actually have 3.
I have 3.
Yes.
Ooh, I better get with it.
So we're going to go to
I'm dragging my butt.
So we're going to go to Morgan next.
Okay.
And Morgan, you will get an invitation to join the stage and accept video. And then after Morgan, we have Ainsley.
Ainsley. Okay. All right, Ainsley. And Morgan.
Hang on a second. Trying to do things the correct way.
All right. But yeah, I want to put this shout out again for anyone that has had a near death experience, to come to my show or be a guest, so we can talk about that, because I'm trying to get people to understand that we're all connected, whether we're here on this planet or from the other side. We're all still connected. So this is Morgan.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Morgan. How are you?
I'm doing well. And empathy would be drained, but that's good to hear that you're not.
Yeah, but this is opposite. I think it's because there are so many, the energy that comes to this show. It seems that they're always good energy, good, positive,
Oh, good.
loving energy. Like you.
Good.
Yeah, you are one of those people. I this is the truth, Morgan. There are certain people, as a empath, that I feel, that I connect to, and I just feel like, oh, here's Morgan. I am so happy to see Morgan because Morgan puts out all of this positive energy. Positive. I could feel like you're like a light.
Try to be.
You're like a light, but people keep trying to dim that light. Okay.
hmm
Um, throughout your life, since you were little, people trying to dim your light, and it's hard on you. Everybody, but then these people, they're just trying to pull you down. I feel it like friend, they may be a family member, but after you're around them, they may be a coworker or a colleague,
hmm
but after you're around them, you just feel drained.
Yeah.
It's like they sucked
Okay.
all the energy out of you.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Now, the type of people that experience this the worst are empaths. Okay. Now, we all have, I tell everyone, all of us were born with gifts. And some people's gifts are stronger than the others. And when I say gifts, that means anything in the metaphysical realm. Okay. So
Yeah.
some people are best at being mediums. There's all types of things. And I don't want to make
Right.
anything complicated. So you are kind of empathic. Okay. If
Okay.
you weren't, you wouldn't feel that drain around these people. Now, to break things down, to be simple, I break everything down into positive and negative. Okay, we'll say positive is good, negative is bad, or whatever. Okay,
hmm
so when you're have empathic skills or other type of skills, the negative type of people, the people that instead of having your best interests at heart, may not have your best interests of heart. So that would be someone that's negative, or there's someone that always talks in a negative way. Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, when a person, you are positive
Yeah.
and that weighs on you. Okay.
Yep.
Now,
It does.
I'm kind of off track. I just wanted to tell you all of this stuff because
No, that all makes sense.
to let
But
you
yeah,
know,
I definitely am looking to.
yeah, I just want to let you know I'm connected to you now.
Yeah.
I understand who you are and
Okay.
what's
Good.
going on in your life and how you've had to cope.
Yep. So this is my first reading and or trying to connect to the other side. However, I have been told that I have empathic
Well, how about
personality.
that? We're
So
all telling you
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so you want to connect to someone on the other side, and I'll tell you um, what I'm best at is being an empath. When I say I'm a natural
Mhm.
born empath, this is something I've done since I was a child without trying. Okay, so I didn't have to try to do this. I didn't have to learn how to do this. This is like one of the ways I communicated, but not to the other side so much. But once I started doing this show, everybody's coming from the other side and people want readings from the other side. So now I do a lot of readings to the other side and connecting to people
Sure.
there. So
So, well, there's two different ones. They're Most of the
Let's
deaths in
let's
my life
start with
have
the one that you have the closest connection to.
okay. Yeah, so it was a very sudden and tragic departure from this earth, and I would like to know where he stands and his feelings towards how everything went down.
What's his name?
Oscar.
Is that Oscar? Is that
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Oscar. Yeah.
Hmm. Just bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those nights I'm not feeling Oscar yet. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to connect with Oscar.
Okay. He does
Os-
appear in my dreams often these days, and it's been over 20 years. So I'm just kind of like wondering, like, what, like, there's been some unresolved feelings, of course, from his departure from the earth, and just trying to really understand, like, is he really trying to reach back out? Like, what's the meaning of this? And have always been curious about his feelings about how everything happened.
okay, I'm still not connected to Oscar. Um, there was something coming through. Um, okay, I think a little bit is coming through, but I just need to start talking. And
Mm-hmm.
the more
Sure,
I
sure, sure.
say, the
Yeah.
more I might get. So sometimes dreams are just dreams. And sometimes dreams are someone, trying to connect. I kind of am connecting to Oscar now. So,
Okay.
um, so he's feeling, yeah, well, again, I'm going back. The dreams were just a dream on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But all dreams mean something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Oscar, he's like, oh, he's kind of like, oh, wow. He's kind of like, wow. And he's remembering that time. And he's like those were really special times for him, and that he cherished those times. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to translate what I'm feeling. Okay. Because
Sure.
I don't hear him say
Sure.
words. I feel what he's feeling. And he cherishes that time. And he didn't know. He's saying if he had known, he wished he had met you later.
Does he have any feelings that he's showing about his actions during the course of his time?
Well, okay. Let me backtrack. So the stuff I just told you, okay, where he wished he had appreciated you, he wished he had met you later. That is because he was this is my words, not his.
Okay.
He was young and stupid. Okay. He
Mm.
was naive. He didn't understand life. He didn't understand what he was doing. He didn't understand who you are. Okay. He was just young and didn't know any of the stuff. The stuff he knows now, things he would never had done. So he did you. You know how I was saying from the very beginning when I was talking to you that there are people, you're a light, and people have always tried to dim your light. Okay. Unfortunately, he was one of those people, but it was because he was naive. He didn't understand it. A lot of us don't understand it until we get to the other side. Okay.
Mhm.
So he didn't understand it. He didn't understand how special you were. And he's sorry. That I'm getting from him. He's sorry. And I don't know exactly what he did. Like I said, when I do these readings, I just go by feelings. So
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what he did, but I know he's sorry for what he had done. But for the most part, it's because he was just immature, young, stupid, didn't understand life.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of us walk around like that every day
Mhm.
with the horrible things we do to each other. And unfortunately, with you having some empathic skills, so you have to learn how to protect yourself.
How?
Okay. That's the big question.
$1 million question.
That is the big question. And it's way too much to talk about in another few minutes. However, it begins with identifying and paying attention to what you feel. So sometimes you, sometimes you will meet a person and you'll get a twinge. You'll be like, those feelings about someone, you need to be on your guard and not to let them in.
Okay.
So what's happening is you're walking around just open. Okay. Your energy is just going out everywhere. Just everywhere. It's just going out. Like there's no control. Okay. It's just going out. And people feel it. Okay. But they don't know they feel it. But they do know how to act on it. So the people that, it's funny, I just was telling somebody else the same thing the other day. The people that you get a bad twin, and it's twofold. And like I said, this is can be a long thing. But people that you get a bad feeling about are attracted to you. Okay, they wanna come
Yeah.
towards you because it's like you're the light. They don't see the light.
I've always been known to rescue those that needed rescuing.
Exactly. That's why. Because
Yeah.
they see you, they find you, and they're drawn to you. So you're positive, they're negative, and you all get drawn towards each other. Okay. And being that you're so good, it's just hard to say no. But I need some help, but I'm this, I'm that, I'm poor. Oh, if somebody would just believe in me, all of these types of things. So you're walking around open and they're all finding you. Now it's twofold because you're walking around open, not knowing you're empaths, and empaths, we think we can save the world. We think when we can and when we can't. We need to. What it gets into. So people do it all different kind of ways, but you need to start shutting yourself off when you walk around on the day to day. So this is how you're walking around on the inside. Lottie, da, the world is great. Everything is wonderful. Oh, it's so good. Oh boy, look at the flowers. Look at the sky. Look at this. And that energy is just going out. Okay? So they're receiving it. And then you're not shutting it off. So you're receiving these people's energies also. Okay. And but you learn how to identify it. Sometimes you get around a person and all of a sudden you're just happy. You just feel good. It could be a total stranger and you just feel good because you're reading their energy. You're feeling their energy. They feel good. But then other times you could be having a good day and walk past a person and just start feeling sucky. Like, it's another day. And you wonder why. Why do I just switch up? It was a good day. And now I'm not feeling so. Many of us suffer from depression, from severe depression. I did for most of my life. Severely depressed. Just didn't want to be here. Just didn't want to be here. So yes, you do have to kind of put it is. So whatever your peaceful place is, or your safe place that's in your mind, something that protects you within your mind, you kind of have to walk around like that every day. And eventually it just becomes natural. You just do it and you don't have to think. It becomes a reflex. And then you learn how to open up, shut it down, open up, shut it down. So every time before the show, I open it up so I can connect to people better. Yeah. So I hope I helped you some. I got one more reading to do, Morgan. I hate we missed your video. I don't know. I can't even hear it. Morgan, are you still there? Yeah, because we can't even hear you anymore, Morgan. But come back next week. Check me out. We can talk more about it. Okay. Who do we have, Jill? What do we have? We have. Oh, yeah. And you can check out the replay, is what Jill is telling me. So you can come back to Fireside, and this replay of this show will be up. And it's Ainsley?
Ainsley. Yeah.
Ainsley. Okay, good to see you. You're looking good on video. Everything. Your lighting is good. This is great.
Oh,
Oh, you're
I
good. I
just
can see
grabbed
you.
dinner and then sat down, but thank you.
Oh, but no, it's working. You got good light, and I can see you very. Let me rephrase. Your
Hmm.
energy is positive. Okay.
That's good.
Yes, your energy is positive. You may doubt yourself. Everybody doubts themselves sometimes, but you do it a little more than you should. Um, you're one of the people that can actually like accomplish whatever you want. Um, I don't like the phrase overachievers. I just like achievers, people that just achieve stuff. You know,
Hmm.
you want to do this, you put your mind to it, you do it. You're that kind of person. But there's something else. Uh I feel like there is a lot of self-doubt that should not be there. And where it came from. I'm not feeling good about the trauma that causes self-doubt
Hmm.
about that.
Hmm.
Just to let you know, I feel the trauma. Okay. Uh okay. Let's let's stop right there for a
Okay.
moment.
But I have found myself very drawn to things, and um yeah, I feel like I'm an energy sponge, and I can't differentiate between what I might be picking up from other people, especially people I'm close to, versus what's really mine. And so I don't know, I've just been really curious and saw that you were on tonight, and I was picking my son up and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pop on."
Cool. Cool. All right. Well,
I
let me
also there's
let you
also somebody from the other side that I am curious about, but I don't know.
okay. Well, let me let you in on a little secret.
Mhm.
Most of the people that come to me for a reading have some type of gift. For real.
Yeah, maybe that's why we're
Where
drawn to it.
yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly. Um, so see, you already know. Just like with the last audience member, Morgan, you already know that you're picking this stuff up from people, and you don't
Mhm.
know what's yours and what's theirs,
Mhm.
and it is hard to distinguish when you don't know how to protect yourself, and you distinguish can't distinguish.
Mhm.
And I lived that way, just like that, for probably the first 40 years of my life.
Mhm.
Okay. Just kind of like, what the what? What? Why do all of these weird things happen to me? Why
Mhm.
do all the weird people find me? Why do I find all of the weird people? you know?
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
like, what? In your case, um, you have to start identifying when it happens
Mhm.
and kind of make a mental mark of it. Or even
Mhm.
if you have to write it down or put it in your phone or blah, blah, blah. But you really have to pay attention to how you're feeling every day.
Mhm.
So if you wake up in the morning and you feel good, life
Mhm.
is good, everything is going okay, right? And let's say you go to how old are your children? Did you take them to school and all that, or
Um, my children are 12 years apart, so one is 28 and the other is almost 16.
wow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay. Well, let's so so again, you wake up in the morning, you're feeling good. And let's say by the time you get to work, let's say you walk in the door, you're still feeling good. But then once you get into the office and you begin to interact, let's say you interact with two people, crap, mentally, or
Mhm.
you're in a bad mood. Why is that? Why do you all of a sudden go from a good mood to a bad mood? Because even though you and you're, why am I such in such a bad mood? I don't know. So a lot of us, and I said it earlier, they'll put us into a depression
Mhm.
because we have these mood swings and all of that, and we don't, we think it's us.
Right.
But if once you identify that you're an empath and that you're picking up other people's emotions, and you start, like I said, if you have to write it down or make a mental note, then you have to remember, how was I feeling before my mood changed all of a sudden?
Mhm.
And did anything happen in my life that would cause my mood to change all of the sudden? And
Right.
you look at all of that and you're like, well, no, nothing
Mhm.
changed. I just talked to those two people. So the next time you talk to the two people, um, see how you feel.
Mhm.
You go back to those people, and the next day you come in, you're feeling good at work. You encounter one of them and see how you feel and whether your mood changes. And then, well, there's no change. I still feel the same. Then you go find that other person that you encountered the day before. And then you get around them. And then all of a sudden you start feeling bad because they're
Mhm.
still in a good mood. I mean, in a bad mood. Their
Mhm.
life in their mind still sucks and all of that. And you're in a bad mood. So now you have identified that, oh, I can feel these people, and it is them that's making me feel this way.
Mhm.
And just like I was telling Morgan, you have to learn to put a wall up. Now, for me, what I did was just controlling it. So then once I stopped having all of these weird interactions and all these mood swings and all of that, once I was able to stop that, then I practiced pulling that wall down.
Mhm.
Okay. So now I can put it up, take it down whenever I want.
Yeah.
And that's where you start. But there's so many, you could, Google stuff online. There's so many different ways to do that. But I always tell people to find their safe place, their place
Right.
of safety, their place, their whatever it is in their mind that, maybe you envision being in a cocoon. Maybe it's
Mhm.
whatever your vision creates that safety and protection for you.
Mhm.
And that will help, but you have to do it every single day.
Yeah. You gotta practice.
Every day.
Yeah.
Now, was there someone on the other side you needed to contact too, I believe?
I'd love to try
Okay.
if possible.
All
Do I
right.
tell you? How much do I tell you?
I it seems tonight I need a relationship they were to you.
Okay. Name is John, and he was my father.
Okay. How long ago did he pass away?
1997.
Okay. All right. John, he's actually coming through pretty quickly. John, John was, and I know they say, all parents.
Mhm.
He bragged about you all the time, but he didn't do it in front of you. He bragged to everybody else about you, but he didn't do it in front of you.
Mhm.
Brag, 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 about you and how great you are and all the things you do and then so on and so forth. He did brag about you. Yeah. Eh, eh, It's something else.
Mhm.
Um this is a hard one. I I'm sorry.
That's okay.
This okay. I'm gonna go in this direction. All right. Did you hear me say earlier that when people pass on and they go to the other side
Mhm.
and they have lessons to learn?
Mhm.
Oh, he's got a lot of lessons to learn.
So,
It, I think I want to say something to you, but I don't want it. It could affect you a lot. Okay.
it's okay.
And it can affect you in a positive way or a negative way. But he's saying, I'm sorry for the way I was.
Mm.
Does
Mhm.
that make sense to you?
Mhm. Yeah.
This is very painful for me.
I'm sorry. That's why I
Okay,
was
no,
almost
it's
hesitant
no,
to
no,
ask.
no. This is why I'm
Mhm.
here. But
Mhm.
I'm feeling the pain. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm feeling your pain. I'm feeling my personal pain because of how I feel about this situation.
Mhm.
Okay. So, and again, I don't want to go into, I don't want to go into a lot
Detail.
of detail on this
Can I
show.
ask a question?
Yes.
Um, my sense is because I've had everyone significant to me who has died. I've had some dream where they come and kind of reassure me that they're okay. Yeah. And the only one that my dad has visited multiple times, but I don't understand it. And I don't know much about what happens
Okay. Okay.
on the other side.
Here's Here's the reason. On the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and when I said earlier, he's, sorry and kind of forgive me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
On the other side, you really understand the mistakes you made and how
Mm-hmm.
severe they are and
Mm-hmm.
how much pain the things that he did cause you. And and it's a pain that has not gone away.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to let you know that he's sorry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry isn't enough
Mm-hmm.
in this case.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to feel it from him.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense
Yeah.
to you?
Yeah, totally.
So that's what he's trying to give you in the dreams.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to let you feel how
Mm-hmm.
for the way he was here.
Yeah.
And he understands, again, I said it already, how
Mm-hmm.
severe the way he was here, how
Mm-hmm.
severe that was on you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a hard thing to heal from. It's a very hard thing to heal from because he's okay.
Good.
He's good. He's going to be
Mm-hmm.
okay. Um, he is. Did I tell you about the learning place? I didn't tell you about the learning place. So
I don't
when
know. No.
yes, it's like I touched on it. It's kind of like a life review. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When
Oh
you
yeah.
pass on, you see all of these
Yeah.
things that you've done in your life and so on and
Yeah.
so forth. And then you have to learn and understand the impact of it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, when they get to the other side, and depending on what they have done when they were here, learn quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And some people, he learned the biggest thing, but he still has other things to learn. So he's in a good place. He's learning and he wants to learn.
Good.
And that's what's most important.
Yeah.
And getting back to it, the dreams are him.
Mm-hmm.
So just accept the dreams if you can, as long as these dreams aren't giving you pain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you able to handle these dreams when he comes?
Yeah, I mean they're disturbing and not in anything that he does. It's just he is lost and I can see that and he's still trying to hide. Mm-hmm. And
The
I have to
reason,
it's like I have to tell them, but you died. Like,
yeah,
they're still doing their same deal.
he still has to learn. He's still
Mm-hmm.
learning. He's still there learning,
Mm-hmm.
but he's okay. He's not in hell. If you want to ask, he's not in hell. He's still
Mm-hmm.
learning. It's going to be a long path. Now I can see more. Um, That's why the first time he came through to me,
Mhm.
he was, hey, hey, it's me. Hey,
Mhm.
hey.
Mhm.
And then remember I switched. I said, oh, there's something else.
Mhm.
Okay. Because he tried to present what he wanted people to see.
Mhm.
That was the whole thing about bragging and, oh, my daughter this, my daughter that. But that was
Mhm.
to the outside world.
Right.
So he still hasn't completely learned what he
Mhm.
needs to learn. And he was trying to fool me with that,
Mhm.
narcissist kind of behavior.
Mhm.
Um, behavior. And that way on the other side. So I know
Right.
he's still learning.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna switch up on the dreams.
Mhm.
Um, um, are you able to communicate in your dreams? Are you able to
Yeah,
say what you want to say in your dream
I think so.
the next time? Um, I need you to tell him to stop it.
Mm.
If you can do that, please do. Within your dream, just tell him to stop it.
Mhm.
And I'm telling him to stop it right now. Just stop it.
Mhm.
Because he's not there yet.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ooh, that was
Thank
a
you.
heavy one.
Sorry.
That was a heavy one. He needs to stop it. Okay. But I hope I was able to help some.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to just be validated that my kind of census stuff is not totally wacky.
It's all real, and that's the other thing. We all think we're having mental problems or something
Mhm.
because we're empaths, but not until we learn and we can protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please come
Great.
back next week and let's see if we can get those dreams to stop because they need to. All
Thank you
right.
very
Well,
much.
I'm
It was
going to
great
have
to
to
meet you.
close out the show because my battery's getting ready to go dead.
Mine too.
Oh, my goodness. And I'm going to close out the show. So
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. Even though it was a rough one. But thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I could be of some help
I
because us
appreciate it.
empaths believe we can save the world.
Right? So I work in
All
mental
right.
health.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone. What? I got.
Though I just got home from the hospital, I will say I've had several experiences where I've been hours away or hours from being on this plane today.
We should talk about that, but not tonight. But not tonight. But maybe the next show, if you come back, Deborah, we can.
Yes, Deborah, if you heard that, please come
Yes.
back.
Yeah, come back next week and we'll talk about it early on in the show.
But you need to
And
talk about what may not be next week.
yes. Now I will say it again. I said it in before the show started, but we have been having a problem scheduling shows. So if I'm not here next week, I'm supposed to be here. I already have a show scheduled, and this is funny. This is my next week's show. Are you an empath? That's my next show. This is what we were talking about tonight. Are you an empath? I might be an empath. Ooh, you might be. If you're asking the question, you probably are actually. So yeah, next week's show is Are You an Empath? But we've been having a problem scheduling shows. So if you don't see the show here, it was because of a schedule. Want to contact me? There's a couple of ways to do that. One is you can text me at what's that number? 470-377-1731. And that's a Google number. And you can text me there if I happen not to be here. You can also reach me at reach me. I don't really do much social media, but it will take you to those also. And the reason I don't do social media much is because I'm an empath and I feel the people when they come through, and somehow I can't block it out. So I try not to do social media too much. Let's see. I think that's all about it. I think it is. So till next week, fingers crossed. I hope you all are back, and I hope that some of the audience members come back and tell me that some of the things I helped them with helped, and some of the things I told them to try, they tried and they worked. Because I want us all to heal and just be in a better place, happier place, and be filled with love. As I love everyone there in the audience, I really do. I don't say this, I mean it, because I truly know that we are all connected. We are all connected. If I wasn't connected with you, I couldn't read you. Okay? So I know we are all connected. All right, well, till next week, I'm going to start shutting this down. I'm going to turn off the video till I'm going to end this show. So till next week, I love you all.